Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have Prank Kids Mekk-Knight. Now, I just kind of woke up in the morning and went like, wait a second, Prank Kids make Mekk columns because you can just do normal Prank Kids combo into Doodle search pranks, activate pranks, and therefore you have a column. So I decided to make kind of a deck about it. It's supposed to be blind second, but unfortunately in this duel, our opponents play Time Lord, so they decided to blind second themselves. So we're gonna go first. Starting off fancies, I'll probably just slow this down for a moment. The normal summon fancies, link off into Meow Meow, use fancies effect, mill a place, summon Lampsies. Pretty standard, we go into Doodle search out AM pranks. As you see, we are not using Pandemonium, I'll explain why later. We summon up Dropsies. Doodle gets us access to a place and any other like Lampsies or something. You activate place, get a Roxy's. Activate pranks, discard the Lampsies because we want it in our graveyard. Since we will be making Thunder Dragon Fusion later, we'll use Dropsies, gain 1k, summon something else. And now we go into Verte Anaconda, send Thunder Dragon Fusion. Now this may seem like really clumsy since you're not getting like multiple other prank it effects, but the thing is, since it is a hybrid deck, Pandemonium doesn't work that well since we have stuff like World Legacy Secrets and World Legacy Memories, so we won't be able to resolve that. Pandemonium is just a lot worse in a hybrid build, and that's kind of why we go into the Verte. And now, I went into the extra Bow Wow Bark step instead of going directly into the Anaconda so that we have extra monsters in the graveyard for pranks and we will not have to shuffle back the Meow Meow. Place triggers, giving everything 500 attack. We set the World Legacy Secrets. Cool thing about Secrets is that it's able to revive a Battle Butler, which is kind of cool. So if you tribute it and Battle Butler by itself is 2 board wipes since you've got Meow Meow in the graveyard. But now with World Legacy Secret 2, you've got 3 board wipes, which is pretty cool. So now during the end phase, pranks will trigger shuffling back some cards and we get draw 1, we draw a Blue Sky, but that's fine. Now, our opponent activates. I didn't stand by Lancia since I wanted my Meow Meow to resolve, but that's fine. You know what, some Time Maiden, and you know how Edo Pro works. I forgot to leave Always Chain on, and I didn't get to Battle Butler his Time Maiden, very, very unfortunately. So that's kind of sad, and really sad. But it's fine. Normal summons a Metayon, which just board wipes our entire thing. There's no point in using Butlers since it can't be destroyed by card effects. Our entire board gets well, not our entire board, but all our monsters get blown out. But now this is kind of what we're kind of in a board state where we're somewhat blind seconding, I guess. By the way, we went +5 in that turn. We've got a World Legacy Secret and stuff. Let's see what we can do without a board. So we draw another Lightning Storm. They're dead since we have face of pranks in place. We're using Thunder Dragon Fusion or Search of Fancies. Well, it wouldn't matter too much. We have a Roxy's anyways. We special summon the Blue Sky into the column. We use Blue Sky's effect in order to search a Purple Nightfall. Purple Nightfall will eventually search a either yellow star or a red moon or whatever things are. We once again make a column since all the pranked link monsters go to extra monster zone. We have continuous spell column. We use Purple Nightfall search a yellow star, and then yellow star is able to pop that back row too. The Mekk-Knights have a pretty nice toolbox. They've got red moon and yellow star, so you can either pop a monster or a spell or trap, and you can recover whatever you use for them with World Legacy Key, which also negates traps, which is pretty cool. We go into the Unicorn just so we get Blue Sky in the graveyard and it doesn't destroy the Metayon, so you're able to out it. And then we use Yellow Star, banishing the Blue Sky that we linked off for the Unicorn in order to get rid of that extravagance. Now we use World Legacy Key, recover the Blue Sky, that we banish off Yellow Star. And then we can go into access code and attack for a game. Pranks will discard the Roxy summon token, go into Bow Wow Bark, and we have well over lethal. Even if we had 8k, we still have the World Legacy Secrets in the right here. So we will able to just summon back a yellow star or something and then just continue to pop off. That's somewhat the game plan, I guess. It doesn't really do a great job at explaining it, but the main thing that Mekk-Knights do is their best thing is baiting out negates for prankins and breaking boards and whatnot. So somewhat shows how the recovery plays work, how Mekk-Knights help in swarming, board breaking, get extra advantage. Even if I didn't OTK next, stand by face, purple nightfall will return and I'll get another search. Warlike these secrets, able to revive something and negates monsters. Key negates traps. And then you just have so much to go with. I'd even go into like a Verde Anaconda later, and then I'd be able to make another Butler. It's just insane. It's a really cool deck, and I guess I'll go to the deck profile now. So starting off with the deck, we have 1 Roxy's, 2 Lampsies, 2 Dropsies, 2 Fansies. Now, running such a small Prankis package, it might seem a little sus. You say, oh, why didn't you run 3 of each one? In hybrid builds, you just need 1 Prankit to pop off. It's also the reason why I'm not running extra fusions in my deck. I'm not running Pandemonium, whatnot. The Prankits aren't just everything. You've got your Mekk-Knights too to help with it, so you just need 1 singular Prankit and nothing else. You don't need the extra fusion spell plus an extra Prankit or anything like that. Just 1 is perfect. So that's why we're running low count 1 2 2 2. We're only running 1 Roxy's. You don't really need any more than 1, and I cut these to 1 2, but you do need the extra copies for Battle Butler. Next up we have the triple Nightfall, 1 Indigo Eclipse, 1 Red Moon, 1 Yellow Star, triple Blue Sky. Nightfall is your best one, searches any of your other ones, and also gets you a bit of board presence next turn. It's to search every single turn, and you can summon it off memory during your opponent's turn in order to get an extra search on top of that. It's just insane. Indigo Eclipse helps you swarm a bit more. Red Moon and Yellow Star are generally searchable interruptions. Well, not interruptions. They're kind of board breakers. Red Moon pops a monster. Yellow Star pops a spell or trap. So you got that extra little bit of kind of versatility there. Just search whatever you want of Blue Sky or Nightfall. You do what you want to. Blue Sky is able to search and it keeps the body on the field, so it's an extra 2k body, really good for offensive pressure. 1 Pancratops for Blinding Second, really good card. And a triple Lancia. I only had space for 3 hand drops, so Lancia just hurts so many decks right now. It shuts down the invoked part of IDS. It somewhat hurts Dragon Link, not too much to be honest though. It really just kills Dino. It really kills Tri Brigade. It's just a really good hand drop right now. And we're running exactly 20 monsters and 20 back row, so it's a lot easier to make columns that way. If you have a monster plus back row, it kind of makes sense. We're running the 1 Raigeki. It was a cool card, okay? So don't. Raigeki is good in 2021, I swear. It's a really good negate it's a really good negate bait. And as I said, Mekk-Knights do a really good job at baiting out and getting rid of interruptions, so you are able to use your Prankits freely, which is kind of the main focus of the deck. Lightning Storm, just blow out your opponent. Feather Duster for back row decks. Cyclone, just for more back row decks, I guess. You have a harder time against back row decks than actual monster decks, since you're able to just beat over them very easily. So you want more back row interruption than monsters. We're running 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion. We're running 2 Verde. It is a somewhat slower deck, I guess. Significantly slower than normal Prankit because of your lack of Prankit names, basically. So having the Thunder Dragon Fusion is just having 2 of them specifically is good just as a follow-up, since you're not able to recover it like you would recover Pandemonium. 1 copy of Pranks, it's a continuous spell, you only need 1. 2 copies of Place, you will activate multiples, so you will have 2 copies. It also gets you extra consistency. You're running a total of 9 Prankit monsters, since Place counts as 2. Finally, for our Mekk-Knights of triple Warlike Memory, you're almost never going to be using this on your own turn. You're usually just going to be using this on your opponent's turn, although depending on the hand you will just use it on your turn for the extra body or attack or something like that. The one copy of World Legacy Key. It can recover banished Mekk-Knights, which you could banish off Roxy's, also banish off Red Moon and Yellow Star. It can also like recover a Morning Star that's banished off access code. That's a very niche interaction, but you're never going to use that. But World Legacy Key, really good card, mainly to negate traps, and just that ability to negate traps is just really good. One copy of World Legacy Succession. Searchable monster reborn off Lib, and Lib is just an extra board breaker since it is able to shuffle a card from the field into deck. So you make Lib, you set Succession, and then realize you can't activate Succession that turn since you know, you don't have World Legacy monster. Sorry, you're supposed to search it off. Morningstar you'll revive something, you'll go into Lib will get something like a World Legacy Secret, and Secret's just good as an extra interruption on your opponent's turn, and then you go into Unicorn, shuffle, and then just obliterate their board that way. It's a really good extender too for Pranket's portion, since if your opponent ashes your first Pranket, you're able to use Succession and recover under Meow's link, and then you're able to go into Doodle and pop off from there. The triple copies of World Legacy Secret, it's just a nice card overall. Very important in terms of Mekk-Knight plays things, monsters. I don't know what I'm saying. Just the ability to recover stuff, get extra damage, negate monsters. It realistically does everything you need. It also can recover Battle Butler. So if your opponent like uses Raigeki on it in order to, you know, proc its effect, recover a non-fusion monster, you're able to recover it from the graveyard and get that effect again, although you're usually just going to blow your opponent's board instead of waiting for that to happen. Basically turns Battle Butler from 2 board wipes to 3 board wipes, and also can recover your Mekk-Knights, specifically looking at Indigo Eclipse, since it's able to shift columns, so you are able to negate multiple monsters with secrets. It also somewhat restricts your opponent. If you just put it under an extra monster zone, then your opponent you can just basically negate whatever link monster your opponent tries to throw at you, which is really strong. That's it for the main deck. For extra deck, we run the double Butler, 2 Butler mainly for grind your matches, since as I said it's not as fast as regular Prankets. The 1 copy of Access Code. Access Code is access code, just blow up your opponent's board, why not? The 1 copy of Unicorn for extra spot removal. It came up in that last match that you saw. The 2 copies of Doodle Do. Doodle Do is really good, just being able to search extra utility cards like pranks and plays. Also recovers your Prankets for guaranteed follow-up. It just does a lot of things. The 1 Bow Wow Bark, you don't use it too much, to be honest, although the main places where you would use it is either to give your Pranked monsters 1000 extra attack, or you just want to protect your Prankets from your opponent's card effects, or you could just use it as an extra link, just as an extra link monster in the graveyard for something like Access Code, or an extra link for, well, pranks, which I use for the mainline combo that I showcase. Normal summon Pranked, go into Meow, summon. Instead of going directly into Verte, just make Bow Wow Bark for the extra monster. You know, you saw that. The 1 copy of Morningstar, not 1, 2 copies of Morningstar. Mainly, it protects your Mekk-Knights. It also searches World Legacy cards like Secrets, Key, Succession, Memory, any of that, whatever you need. It also protects your Mekk-Knights from battle, which I said. It can also take advantage of the token that Pranks gives you along with the Mekk-Knight, so really good card. 1 copy of Lib. Mainly, you're gonna have a World Legacy card in your graveyard of Succession or Memory. Either one of those will be a World Legacy, and then it just searches like a Secrets for free instead of costing a discard like Morningstar, and it also shovels something back into it. Breaks your opponent's board basically when it is in the when it uses link material. 1 copy of Phoenix for more spot removal. 2 copies of Verde for 2 copies of Thunder Dragon Fusion, and finally the 2 copies of Meow, so you're able to start up your combo multiple times. That is the deck. Really fun deck, really cool. just really strong to being able to blow out your opponent going second, generate advantage, just really strong. And if you liked the video, or if there are any things I can do to improve the deck, do comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.